Good day everyone, how are you all doing? This is Dix here, Man Crypto, and welcome back to another video. As per usual, I'm doing an end of week market breakdown to look at all the cryptocurrencies just before the weekly candle closure. I'll be covering a few coins, most notably XRP and Ethereum, which have been absolutely ripping it in this market, but also quite a few altcoins and also a member's request, which was requested on my private Telegram group. Before we get started, if you haven't already done so, if you enjoy the content on this channel and you get some value from it, please subscribe and like this channel. And also, if you're new to crypto, I've made a course completely free with all the fundamental tools in there, and that's also in the description. And I've got a private Telegram group where I give my more regular insight, my chart analysis, TA, and also news updates, and that's also in the description. With that out of the way, let's get this show on the road. It's been a very interesting week, especially as I mentioned for XRP and Ethereum. XRP absolutely ripping it in the market, 25-30% gains within 24 hours. Bitcoin was still doing well, however XRP and Ethereum were taking more of the limelight. So it's been a very interesting week, but today on Sunday, just before the candle closes for this week, we're seeing a lot of red. So it's going to be very interesting to look at the charts today before we close this week. So let's get right into it. So let's start off with looking at the total market cap. I don't think anyone expected for us to reach this high at this point of the year. People were thinking we might get a little run up until the end of the year, but 2021 is probably going to be the time when we really went to new highs. But we have reached a very high level of 545 billion. As you can see, we closed at this level once before, and this was just before the bull run ended back in the 11th of December. After that point, we closed above this point only once in the entire history of this market. So very interesting level. And also you can see that once it reached this level, we had a spike, two spikes for these 2 weeks, and then we rebounded up until this point at 500 billion twice. You can see again at this point. So now we're in between these two levels. This could be the time when we turn around. I've tried to predict it, but with no success up until this point. So I'm just basically looking for that red candle for us to then start turning around. It could be now, it could be a further spike up until 630 billion. Who knows? Let's just see how it goes. Right, so far we spiked up until that level. And we seem to have, got to some resistance. Obviously a lot of sell orders at this point, and that's why we are rejecting. And as mentioned with the altcoins, I said that there's an ascending triangle at play here. We have exploded out of this pattern and hit the next major resistance level at around 190 billion. Again, you can see here that this is a clear level of resistance. We've now rejected from this level, but we could consolidate a little bit and go further, because although some altcoins have experienced some success up until this point, Ethereum's broken out. It's not been a proper altcoin, like proper rally. So it could be that we end up going further, but we'll have to see. The main thing is to close above this level, and then to continue on, use it as support. So that's what I'm seeing in the total market for the altcoins. Let's get to Bitcoin quickly before heading over to the altcoins. So Bitcoin, as well, I for one was definitely not expecting it to reach this level so early, but again, it's reached the top, the highest weekly close of its history, which was closing at 18,900 is where it's rejected off. And what's the highest point here? 18,900. So there you go, rejected off that perfectly, right? So now we have what? We have a support level at 14,000. We have a resistance level at 15,900. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see where we go from this point. It's obviously rejected from this. There's quite a few sell orders. People start selling at this point. So it might be that we turn around from this point. Like I said, I was not expecting us to get this high. The one thing to note as well is we've now had a red candle, quite a large red candle, rejecting all the way down to 17,600. However, people have started to buy at this point. I guess there is still some bullish momentum going on because people have bought quite a bit at this level. So if we close for this week, anywhere in this region, in my eyes, is quite positive, but I'm looking for when we turn around and where we start to find support. That's the main thing that I'm looking at. XRP, you beauty. Been sleeping for so long. I thought that you would never wake up. As you can see, I noted before, we were in this level for ages, from September until this month, November. I did mention that there will be a lot of energy stored in this area, right? There's a lot of coiling action, up and down bouncing. You can see a lot of wicks at this level. So a lot of buying pressure was pushing XRP up or keeping it in this range. Once we closed above this, I did mention again in the Telegram group that if we close above around 30 cents, there's a good chance that will go all the way to about 40 cents, 45 cents, even 50 cents. You know, I was seeing this happening. You know, it was probable, but not, I wasn't saying it was certain, but we've gone all the way up to 50 cents, which is crazy. Now I'll be looking at where we find support. Hopefully we can reclaim 30 cents, 31 cents, or even 34 cents. Use that as support to continue on. XRP does like to operate in bursts, so it could be that in the next few days or week we might have another burst up all the way up to 70, 80 cents. It's very possible. As you can see, XRP, you know, operates in massive burst. It's not really a slow build of XRP, it's just an explosion. So let's see how XRP continues on, but it's looking bullish. Ethereum, as mentioned, was, you know, this structure over here. Once broken, it was looking quite bullish. That will end up going to around $500 at least. This wick, you can see it's much clearer on the daily. This structure over here, it was slowly building up, making higher lows and higher highs. And then if you look over to previous price action, you can see there's a clear level of resistance at 514. Since that point, we've broken above that level and used it as support, as you can see. So that's a very good sign. The next level, if you look on the weekly, there's actually not a lot of resistance if you keep going higher. So it's tapped set 565, right? So you can see, I did mention this in my Telegram group, there's a massive wick up to this point. It's a very clear level. Also, there's some support here, right? But after this level, it goes all the way up to 780 and $800. So if it manages to continue this momentum, then who knows, right? We have obviously some support and resistance at this level, but we could if it, you know, takes fuel from the Bitcoin rally, it could easily go to $800, right? Let's see how it goes. The main thing is we've closed above this region of 434. We've, you know, retested it and continued on. Now I'll be looking at where we find support again. Let's move over to protocol. band is looking very, very good. Again, something I mentioned in the private Telegram group, this recent price action, this candle over here, if it closes above this zone, especially above this support level, that'll be very bullish. I think if we do, then we have a good chance of slowly getting up until this support or new resistance at $11.76, and even up until $14-15, which is a 60 to 110% increase. But the main thing is to close above this zone, and then we'll see from there. But it's looking good, in my opinion. It's looking good. Next, we're going to have a look at a member's request, and that is Uniswap. I think I looked at the Binance chart. No, was it USDT? Right. So Uniswap. Not a lot of price action to go by, but clear structures over here. Obviously, we have the top back in mid-September and the bottom that was created early November. And now we have a new high. We created a lower high over here at $3.80. And you can see here that it wicked all the way down to this point. So there's obviously some buying pressure over here that pushed it all the way back up. So what I'll be looking at is, it seems that it's now at a crossroad, right? So it's ranging in between these two levels. So if it closes below this, then I think we're going to revisit this bottom of $2.60. If it closes above this, then I'll be more bullish, and I think we'll go all the way back up to $5.14 or 12 even. And so it's literally at crossroads, at junction, in my opinion, in between these two levels. So we'll see how it goes. I think I would lean towards the bullish side. It looks like obviously we had quite a strong rally, and now potentially this could be some consolidation before it goes back up and revisits this high of 512. That's what we'll be looking at. And let's have a look at Ocean Protocol, one of our favorites. Move over to the weekly. So I've been quite bullish on Ocean, and as you can see, obviously it had a massive pump, corrected quite a bit from this level, 70%, found a bottom at 30 cents. Since then, it's gone on a rally again, reclaiming this as support, just missing a perfect retest, and now we are at in between these two ranges. So I'll be expecting Ocean to maybe give this another go, try to find some more buying pressure before going on the ascension. However, if it closes below this level, then I'll be turning a bit more bearish, especially if it closes below this, then I think it's going to retest this bottom lower range at 30 cents. I put in a little position for the anticipation of potentially going above this and going towards a new high of $1, but I've got to remain pragmatic and look at price as it goes on. But at the moment, I'm still bullish as it's above the support level, but it needs to make another go at the upper range. But overall, long term, I'm still bullish on Protocol. It's looking really good in my opinion, and the levels of $5 to $10 I think will be reached within the next bull run. I think that'll be all for this video, for this update. I hope you got some value from that, and see you in the next video. Peace.